During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have my penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news,
You're
guys.
hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
And howdy, y'all. Thursday edition of Revenge of the Sis. Mike Shealy, Royce Lopez, joining you on this fine afternoon. And, yeah, this is...
it's not fine for everybody, that's for sure. Some people have had bad days today.
What happened? What's going on?
This is true. You pointed out before the show, but I also heard the same thing this morning, that people have been getting blocked for titling their episode anything having to do with Julian Assange, which I think is really weird because YouTube is a free speech platform. Am I right, Mike? How could they ever, just for no reason, block something like that? It's a news. What happened? Did I miss something? I forgot to tell you. I had a stroke this morning. I forgot the last 4 years.
Okay, so we elected Donald Trump to be the president.
The real estate mogul?
Real estate mogul.
I know him. You fired. Funny dude. I like him. He's the president now?
Proprietor of the Trump College system. Higher education. Yeah, great guy. Well, they elected him president.
Right.
So now nobody's allowed to say anything. Oh, also, we're all white supremacists now.
Well, I'm Hispanic, though. How can I be?
Ask Vox.
Oh, man. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's not fun. And I don't know if you heard about this now. This remember WikiLeaks?
Yeah,
Remember during the Bush administration and the Obama administration?
The lefties loved WikiLeaks because he was out there. The Julian Assange guy, right?
They did. They
loved him. They were like, this guy taking down the man.
So,
what happened? Is he okay?
So when Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State.
Wow, okay.
She had a private email server in her home.
Really? That seems highly illegal, almost treasonous.
Yeah, and then she lost 33,000 emails.
I mean, I've lost a couple because I've deleted them by mistake. How do you lose
There was
30?
a huge investigation. Some people leaked some materials. WikiLeaks.
Well, at least she's behind bars because when you go to jail. When you do something like that,
Royce.
when you do something like that, you go to jail. Hey, Mike, don't you remember that Bradley Manning dude? He's in jail for 20 years.
None of those.
What happened?
So they
What happened?
So Bradley Manning's now Chelsea.
All right, you're kidding. Come on, man. Don't fuck with me, dude. That's not why. Why?
And Obama let her go.
She's gone.
Well, she's back in jail for helping.
But they let her go.
WikiLeaks.
Okay, but they let her go. But then she's back in jail.
She's back in jail for helping WikiLeaks elect Trump. Ironically,
Well,
It's a
clearly,
whole thing.
clearly, if they released Chelsea Manning.
Chelsea.
Clearly, if they released Chelsea Manning, then Julian Assange is walking around scot-free, probably having a cup of tea right now, and Edward Snowden has left Russia, and he's just hanging out, and they're going, you know what, man? The government fucked up. Thanks for keeping us in check, right? Donald Trump won, and you figure, he understands. He's an outsider.
So
He's an outsider.
Snowden is still in Russia.
Vacation? Or he lives there?
Just living there. It's
All right.
best, safer there. And Assange, I believe, was arrested today.
Oh, okay.
So that's he's we're doing good.
All right, let's play this. Here we go. Julian Assange getting arrested. This is when it broke.
It looks like Randy Quaid.
It's fucking
Jesus.
crazy.
We've got breaking news for you, and I have to tell you, the pictures are shocking from London today, where Julian Assange's long-standing
Dude, she said it the entire time. Julian Assange.
Man, Julian Assange, man, that dude crazy.
standoff with international authorities is finally over. This is Julian Assange. He is 47. British police removed the WikiLeaks founder from Ecuador's
He looks 67.
embassy this
He
morning.
looks like a crazy man who's like, you can't arrest me. I am my own country. I am the king of Assange land. And they're just singing, and they're like, oh, boy, this is
Oh,
not
man.
good. He's
British
like
police-
Randy Quaid looking. It's not
Yeah.
good.
Police removed the WikiLeaks founder from Ecuador's embassy this morning. Clearly, he did not want to go. He has been inside since August 2012, hiding from a UK arrest warrant.
Assange's lawyer says the arrest follows a U.S. extradition request. WikiLeaks says Ecuador's decision to allow police to arrest Assange violated international laws. Imtiaz Tayyab is outside the embassy in London. Imtiaz, good morning.
Look at that. Just a typical British guy.
So this is what they do. They get guys like this. They get the ones that speak really good. That way they go, see, they're all like this. Watch this guy's voice. It's not what you think.
Good morning. Well, a very dramatic scene here outside of the Ecuador.
So if you weren't listening, if they didn't say his name and you were listening via podcast,
He doesn't even sound British. He sounds
good
American.
morning.
He sounds American, right?
Yeah. I just wanted to say that I'm out here in the sunny old UK, and and they do that because they go, wow, they must all be like this.
The good thing we caught this Julian Assange fellow. He's a real danger to the community. And how about Islamic terrorism? Hey, let's not be bigots. Knock that off right now.
Ecuadorian embassy, really the end of a 7-year standoff between Assange
He was
and
in
British authorities.
one building and never left it.
One wing of a building.
Yes,
because it
you're
was an
right.
office.
Good
So you're
point.
not. It's not like they're letting
He
him
was
into the.
in one, basically two rooms, I think, 2 or 3 rooms.
He was in what's the equivalent of 2 extended stay America rooms.
Yeah.
With an attached door.
For
7 years.
and the only person he could have sex with was Pamela Anderson. Now Pamela
sounds
Anderson,
terrible. Yeah,
not Baywatch Pamela.
yeah,
Anderson.
like fucking Home Improvement, Pamela Anderson. Now that would have been a.
Yeah, oh, that's good. Yeah, but no.
British authorities who quickly swept in and took him into custody after the diplomatic protection that he was receiving from the Ecuadorian authorities was revoked. Here's how it all unfolded. Heavily
He's just-
bearded.
I'm sorry, Paul. He looks like a crazy man that they're dragging out of a dumpster, and he's going, I have a force field around me. You can't touch me.
He looks like when Mr. Burns owned the casino and went nuts.
Yes, the
Right?
Howard Hughes.
The Howard Hughes
The Howard
Burns.
Hughes thing.
Yes, exactly.
We'll get in the spruce moose.
But sir,
I said get in. I said get in. And then I love how the scene just ends.
It ends,
It never
yeah.
tells you really what the resolution of that is.
Heavily bearded and handcuffs, the WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange was dragged out of the Ecuadorian embassy by British police, shouting, "The UK must resist."
So he was shouting, "The UK must resist."
His arrest is 7 years in the making. The 47-year-old had been wanted by British police since
They fucked this man more than anybody has ever been fucked in the history of fucks. What they did to this guy for what he did. This is what blows my mind is the stuff that he uncovered illegally, we'll say that, or the stuff that he uncovered is way more damning than anything he did.
Well, also, let's try to phrase it properly. He didn't uncover
Correct.
anything. He received information.
Correct. You're right.
He corroborated that information, and he distributed that information. All he did was the job that all of these faggots that are cheering his arrest today were supposed to be doing.
Correct.
Which is journalism. Like all this stuff, like Bob Woodward, like Woodward and Bernstein during fucking Watergate and all this other shit. Like people think like, you think they're like Columbo and they're going around like, I'm a detective. I just got one more question for you. That's not how it works. People come to them and go, I got a thumb drive. I grabbed a bunch of cables on my way out of my job. The U.S. is about to drone strike a baby in Syria or something. Whatever. You got some shit, and then you go to them, and then they have to corroborate the info. That's journalism. They didn't do anything. Like, they didn't hack anybody. WikiLeaks didn't do anything. Whistleblowers like Bradley Manning and Snowden and many other people, Seth Rich, got their hands on things, were disgusted with what they saw, and they went, I gotta tell somebody. And even those people knew, I can't trust fucking Brian Stelter over at fucking CNN with this. I can't trust Jeff Zucker. I gotta go to somebody bigger than that. So they go to WikiLeaks.
If what Snowden and Assange did, if they did that if they were a whistleblower in a corporation and did the same thing, they would be heroes right now.
Oh yeah, they'd be making like Aaron Brockovich movies about these assholes.
They would be heroes. They would go, you see these corporate whistleblowers, they caught corruption and they took them that. But because listen, even I'm gonna include Bradley in this too. Fucking Bradley, Chelsea Manning, because there's not a lot of people that actually put their necks out there to keep the government in check. These guys were trying to make the government accountable. Understand something. Edward Snowden now can never come back to the United States of America. Edward Snowden is the one that made, I think, 2 people show that they lied in front of Congress. Clapper, for example, is number 1. Completely got caught lying in front of Congress when they said, no, the NSA never keeps any information. And then Edward Snowden was like, yeah, here, look, yeah, you do. Look here.
Why do I have it?
Why do I have it? And if you don't, well, I have it.
If I have it, you have to have it, right? Like that's.
And then they bring up things. This is what they always bring up every time. The neocons. These are the neocons, and the Warhawks on the left too. They're the same people, by the way. These fucking old time. They always bring this up. You know, they put troops in danger. Nobody died because of anything WikiLeaks released. Yeah. No soldiers died because of Snowden. No soldiers have died because of these 2 men. It hasn't happened.
Yeah, if WikiLeaks was like, hey, we've received news tomorrow morning, the 2nd Marine Recon Unit is going to attack Damascus, you'd go like, what are you doing?
When they
get people killed.
When they interviewed Snowden, the biggest critique was, you released a lot of stuff for, undercover agents and soldiers' positionings and blah, 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 blah. And Snowden was, look, I didn't release these to Twitter. I sent them to 3 major news outlets. And I said, you guys are the journalists. I'm not a journalist. Release this in the way you do. And then what happened was these dumb journalists you saw, they would release the documents and then do another filter over them, to redact stuff. But people were realizing if you hit stop on the browser before the filter would come, this is for real. You can look this up. They don't talk about this stuff. The media doesn't talk about this stuff because it makes them look embarrassing. So you could read all the redacted stuff, and Snowden's like, I gave it to the media. He goes, I didn't release it. I gave it to the media. And I said, look what your country's doing. Look what our country's doing. So they're holding them accountable. Now, they're saying for what the U.S. extradited Julian Assange for, he could only get 5 years. It's a 5-year sentence. Now, the other thing, remember that whole rape charge and that whole he gave some woman STD charge that came out against Assange that now's been dropped and nobody talks about anymore because they were trying to get him that way at first. Oh, there's a rape charge for Assange. We're going to get him. Remember 5 years ago, I think, is when that came out. And they were trying to get him that way. And then even the woman came out and goes, no, I'm dropping all the charges. I'm with this dude. Like, no, he didn't do anything wrong. This government does not want any accountability. They don't want to be held accountable. It blows my mind that people are more upset at the guy that got in there and showed what Hillary did than what Hillary actually did, which was illegal, which was wrong, which if anybody that wasn't Hillary Clinton did this, they would be in jail right now. Do you understand Roger Stone, 69 years old, the reason he could potentially go to jail if he loses the case is over a process crime for an investigation that should have never happened. And Hillary Clinton right now is sitting there being fed soup by, I'm assuming, a black maid while her feet are swelling up.
Soup engine.
Yeah, soup engine. Yeah, mama needs her medicine. It's absolutely gross. Now, here's the only thing going for Assange is that Trump is the president. Had Hillary been the president, here's what would have happened. They would have got him. He would have gone to jail for 5 years, and he would have, in my opinion, killed himself in jail. Hung himself. It happens all the time.
It's weird.
It happens all the time in jail.
It's
now,
weird how people that never considered suicide in their life, they go to jail on a high profile crime like this, and then they're found hung in their cell. But they also have a lot of bruising.
Yeah.
You're like, that's weird.
So Trump is going to do, this is my opinion. If Trump loses the election before he gets out of office, he won't be pardoned, but he will commute his sentence. He'll be like, hey, Obama did it. He'll commute his sentence. If Trump wins, he will still also commute his sentence once he at the same time, January. He'll commute his sentence, is what I think will happen. Now, I have a lot of black-pilled people who rightfully so on a lot of this are going, really, you think Trump's going to follow through with that? Trump? And I go, yeah, look, you could hate Trump for all his Israel bullshit that he's pulling now. You could hate Trump for all the stuff that you want to. I get it. I get him. I get it. For the bump stock ban, you could hate Trump for all those things. But Trump's not going to do it because it's good for the country. There's one thing you learn about Donald Trump, the man. He's a vindictive person. And just to give Hillary another fuck you, he will commute the sentence. Not for the good of the country, not for anything to go, hey, do me a favor. Give me the look on Hillary's face when I commute Assange's sentence. That's what I think's going to happen. That's my opinion.
I also spoke to JLR today.
Johnny Lee?
Yeah, and he was saying that currently, and I'm sure they can obviously edit the charges once he's
Of course.
here, but the only thing he's facing right now is 5 years.
5 years, yeah, 5 years.
So it's like, that's also the kind of, like, if he was facing life in prison, it'd be harder to argue. Maybe Trump's not going to do it, but for a 5 year sentence, it's a nickel.
Yeah.
It's nothing. You know what I mean? So I hope so.
And there's a real possibility he could win his case, too. There's a real possibility he could win his case.
They're not going to let him do that.
If you look at the facts that they have, at least from what I've seen, what they have against him, he could actually win his case. Again, nobody is mad. Nobody is mad. Like if this
he's
is what
crazy. Look at he's all disheveled now. He probably thinks he's the ambassador for Ecuador.
This is what I look at it too.
He only speaks Spanish the entire time he's on trial. He only speaks perfect Ecuadorian Spanish.
This is like if you break into somebody's house. You're not a cop, but you kick their door down because you hear them screaming. Technically, you've broken in. You're not a cop. You shouldn't be breaking into someone's house. Call the police. You break into the house, and you see a man about to kill his wife, and you stop him. And then they leave that guy alone, and they go, no, hey, breaking and entering, bud. What are you doing? We're full force. Hey, but I stopped. Nah, I don't care about that guy. Why were you doing it in the house? That's what they're doing. This is absolutely gross. It's bad, and it's. You understand that right now, again, the excuse that I've been hearing all day is, from Republicans, he put people in danger, people. Hey, you know what puts people in danger? Fighting a war for a country we're not a part of. That puts people in danger. You know what's put people in fucking danger? The fact that we have 400 troops in landlocked Ethiopia so they can, and I swear to you this is true, build a navy. We're sending tens of millions of dollars to Ethiopia, a landlocked country in Africa, so they can have an Ethiopian navy.
Well, you gotta have. Maybe they have lakes. Are you going to defend Ethiopia's lakes?
Why do you defend it against AIDS?
Well, the lake is made of AIDS. It's just liquid AIDS.
You know what kills troops? Motherfuckers like Max Boot, who are like, we got to go to Iraq because of weapons of mass destruction. And there's never any weapons of mass destruction. Nothing happened. And how many? Even if one troop died over your fucking lies, you don't get the right now to stand up and go, "He put troops in trouble." How about this? Bring them home and have them defend our border instead of literally every other country's borders, especially Israel, for being specific. It's unbelievable to me. It's absolutely gross. It's wrong, and you're going to make examples out of these people. Nobody's going to hold the government accountable. I honestly believe we lost everything. Not on 9/11, but just after 9/11. Once that Patriot Act was passed, we're fucked. There's nothing you could do. They control everything. They have everything. We just read I had read an article today before the show that Amazon has been listening to people's Amazon Alexa conversations. And not like when you say, "Hey, Alexa," but when you're just talking. Like if me and you were talking and there was an Alexa in here right now, they could listen to what you're saying, and then they caught that these Amazon people were talking on one of their servers, like joking of some of the stuff they've heard people talking about.
That's creepy.
And it's very, very creepy. But then, I have a Google Home, and people are like, "Oh, well, why do you put that in your house?" And I'm like, because all of us have one of these.
Yeah, that's a microphone.
And the same thing when I see people taping their webcams and microphones, I'm like, that's cool. Are you taping the webcams and the fucking microphones on your phone? And the way it used to be, by the way, you know that this is true. You can look it up. Even if your phone is off, if they want to, they can listen through it.
Of course.
The only way to stop it is to take out the battery.
Your location's always on, too.
The only way to stop it is to take out the battery. Now, Mike, what's the thing about new phones so they stay waterproof? What can't you do anymore? You can no longer take out batteries.
You can no longer take batteries.
You can't take batteries out anymore.
Which, by the way, there is no practical reason.
For waterproofing is the excuse.
There were waterproof phones with removable batteries.
That is
shut
true.
up. So shut up. It's not an excuse. There was never a reason for you to make the devices less accessible.
Yep.
Except for the case of you want to be able to turn it on and fuck with people whenever you want.
So I really do hope that
I don't think Trump's going to do shit, though. I mean,
you really don't think he's going to no, not for anything else other than to give Hillary another fuck you.
I think he's going to be worried about term number 2, and then
that's my point. After the election, after the election,
maybe not. Again, these fuckers end up beholden to so many people that
you don't think that he'll pardon a lot of the like the Roger Stones and the stuff like that.
Yeah, because Roger Stone doesn't matter. I don't think he's gonna Assange. Like the whole world wants Assange's ass. Nobody gives a fuck about Roger Stone. Roger Stone's a buffoon that they paraded around on CNN so they can make their point. Look at these crazy MAGA Q-tards. But like, at the end of the day, when this whole thing is done, they're gonna be like, yeah, just dump Stone. Who gives a shit? But they want Assange. They want to make there's no reason to make an example out of fucking stupid Roger Stone. The man is doing more rally appearances and hanging out with Gavin. He's over. He's done anyway.
Right.
So who gives a shit? They're worried about, like, you could just look at Roger Stone and go, Jesus, man, how mighty have fallen. Assange, man, they want to skull fuck him on live television for the world to see.
$2 super chat. The government puts troops in danger, not Assange. And ones and zeros wrote S heated. Thank you for those, and let me see if there's any in the Streamlabs, which of course we prefer because we keep a little bit more money. Trump fan 420. You guys are pretty cool for a couple overweight Semites. Thanks. Bill Jenkins $20. I'm going to use this show as a jumping off point to talk about how much I hate women. That's fair. We're very good at that, so we appreciate that. Well, Mike, let's move on.
Somebody in the chat said Stone is a legend, and I can't tell if they're fucking shit posting or not. Stone is a legend.
Man, maybe fucking 10 years ago. All right. And the other thing is, I really hope, in all reality, you would agree with me. If it wasn't for WikiLeaks, Trump wouldn't have won the election. WikiLeaks helped Trump win.
It helped.
Big time.
It definitely helped.
Because of the fucking Hillary's a liar, you'd be in prison. That's all was possible because of WikiLeaks.
That, and I mean, at the end of the day, too, just that dumb bitch just not wanting to go anywhere. And Trump being like, I'll go anywhere. People from Wisconsin are just as good as people from New York. Mm-hmm. And that worked. And everybody's like, I like this.
And then Trump has a whole fucking thing of hand sanitizer in the back once he leaves.
Just don't touch me. But to be fair, also, I don't let people in New York touch me.
So it has nothing to do with you.
It's nothing to do with you being a flyover state. Just don't nobody touch me.
That's a good point. I heard he is a germaphobe, and I know he's definitely a teetotaler. So Ted Cruz. So yesterday, I know we love these. So let's
Ted's
try
my favorite.
Ted Cruz was questioning a higher up. Yesterday's subcommittee, they were questioning one of the top people in Twitter and one of the top people in Facebook.
I was hoping I'd get that street shit, or what's her name?
No, he would make ribbons out of that woman.
I'm sorry, but to the smug bitch from Twitter, I had a question about.
He does have papers in front of him, by the way.
He always is a lawyer. He's a lawyer guy.
So this is him talking to some of the top people in Twitter and some of the top people, two guys at the same time. So here we go.
Gentlemen, let me start with a question that I have asked both of your companies more than once, which is a simple and straightforward question that I'd like to get a simple and straightforward answer to, which is, and let's start with you, Mr. Monge, does Twitter consider itself a neutral public forum?
Twitter strives every day to be an impartial platform where all voices can come and speak.
Mr. Monge, you answered this recently in the House and gave an answer that was a long paragraph, and it didn't answer it. So I'm going to try. I don't actually.
They never answer the question.
Expect to get an answer because I've asked you this before, but are you able to answer yes or no whether you consider yourself a neutral public forum?
I didn't testify in the House, sir. I'll answer the same way.
Okay,
Which
I didn't testify in the House,
which
sir.
is
See, we have a corporate policy to make sure we're always this shifty, vague, nebulous thing where different people come so we can all give you different answers.
Yeah.
So that we can really never have any accountability because we're just a big company, man. They're not fucking stupid. They know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
that Twitter is an open internet platform where people from all stripes and political affiliations all around the globe come and speak.
Except me.
Okay.
And my original Facebook.
Let me help you recently. Let me help you on this. Doors.
So he came out.
So recently, the CEO of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, said, quote, I don't believe that we can afford to take a neutral stance anymore. I don't believe that we should optimize for neutrality.
And he did say that. That is an actual quote from Jack Dorsey. I don't believe that we can afford to take a neutral stance anymore. I don't believe that we should optimize for neutrality.
Does this represent the policy of Twitter?
I have not seen that quote, sir.
Do you agree with it?
Yeah, he really did.
He fucking took.
No, don't even move. Don't even move the slider because that is that blank stare. That was a 5-second. That's like when your wife goes, "Where were you Thursday night?" You better fucking figure that answer out very quickly, pal.
Let's play it.
That is not how he is building the platform and how.
But he said that quote, you idiot, Carlos.
Everybody who comes to Twitter every day. I think it's important to note, sir, that 3/4 of our users are overseas, and that we are a global company that is staffed globally.
All right, Mr. Potts, same question for Facebook. Does Facebook consider itself a neutral public forum?
Thank you, Chairman. I think first and foremost, we consider ourselves a technology company. We are a platform for a diversity of viewpoints, and we moderate those viewpoints under our community standards.
Okay, I'm going to try one more time to get a yes or no, but your company has likewise consistently refused to answer this, so I probably can't.
I love you, Teddy.
Oh, yeah.
I love you, Teddy boy.
Do you consider yourself a neutral public? You have a choice. You can be yes or no. I'd fine either way.
Now, again, Chairman,
They just won't do it.
They won't answer the question.
I could watch Ted ask this question to them 500 times in a row.
And they can't answer it.
Technology company, we have a mission to build a community, to bring the world closer together. We try to do that through our community standards and to ensure that diverse viewpoints are allowed on the platform.
Unless you're a white supremacist, though. You're not allowed. Or a white nationalist. You're not allowed. Your
you
viewpoints
understand that
don't
if
matter.
I got called in front of Congress for something I did, right? I don't have that kind of. I can't just be like, I can't avoid a question.
Yeah, you got to answer it.
They would fucking root. They would fuck me off of this planet. But it's okay when you're this big, large, fucking national corporation.
And I like what you said earlier. They always shift the different people.
Yeah, there's always a new guy.
That way that guy could go, well, I don't know what he said.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, that guy's a fucking asshole. But look, we are a platform that creates voices for people under our community guidelines. Okay, but Mr. Lopez said that you were a publisher. Yeah, Mr. Lopez ain't with us no more.
Yeah, so sorry, he left.
We had to let him go because he was fucking, he was talking out of turn.
He works at Gap
That's
now.
what they do, though.
Yeah.
There's never going to be fucking any sort of responsibility for a company ever.
It's like the Hydra thing. You cut one head off, and just no one's going to come up and tell you the same thing. That no one's ever accountable.
All right, let's try a second area of inquiry.
Wait, hang on, guys. Mayo B in the chat has the big scoop. The hearings are a distraction. Are they a distraction? You got the scoop, do you? What's the big scoop? What's the big scoop, Mayo B? Right, straight from the Mayo B news desk. What you got? What you got for us?
Pete, you don't win.
But you know what's really going on, right? You know what? That's the problem in this fucking world and in this country and with this generation is every single one of us, myself and him and all of you included, everyone thinks they got the fucking scoop. Every person who went to fucking... I know people who the extent of their schooling is they went to cosmetology school, but they know what's really going on. It's a distraction, man.
And by the way,
Holy fuck.
the only people that really have the scoop, one of them was fucking pulled out of an Ecuadorian embassy today in handcuffs, and the other one has to live in Russia forever. You have a real scoop when you're when you can't leave, you can't come back in the country.
Bro, they're distracting you from the real issue, bro. New York State is going to start force vaccinating kids, bro, and you're trying to distract you from the... Okay, take another fucking bong hit. Christ.
Let me tell you, we'll get into... I have some vaccination stuff, but let's finish with the cruise thing.
The ranking member suggested that there is no censorship. And indeed, she said there are just a handful of anecdotes. I will note, among other things, that Senator Blackburn, her announcement video announcing for the United States Senate was pulled down, as Mr. Manji rightly.
Senator Blackburn, a Republican senator, her announcement video was pulled down, and they never give her a reason.
Apologized for. Mm-hmm. But yet these anecdotes all seem to be consistently on one side of the spectrum. So let me ask a question, Mr. Manji. In the year 2018, how many tweets from elected officials did Facebook pull down? I'm sorry, Twitter pull down.
I'd have to get back to you on those specific cases. If I could follow up, though, sir. Every day we see 500 million tweets. And we have to action thousands of accounts.
Right. But isn't it amazing how it's always ones on certain side of the aisle? Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy that it's always the people that
it's
are...
It's almost like one side is just full of fucking whiners.
Mm-hmm.
You could say, well, we're just dealing with the reports as they come in. Well, then ideologically, leftists are kind of faggots.
Yeah.
And they're snitches, and they're tattletales, and they're crybabies.
And that those happen literally all across the political spectrum and literally all over the globe. 1 in a million happens 500 times a day on Twitter. And if you are looking for data points to support any narrative, you can find it. We do have a number.
Are you aware of even a single Democratic politician who has had a tweet pulled down? I'm not.
I am.
Could you share that, please?
Yes, sir. And
Poppy Pox, $2. Wrestling World, everything's a work.
I will note that we are as committed to transparency as you have described and have taken a number of steps to improve transparency. We also have to protect the privacy and security of our users.
See, Mike, when they took your Twitter account down, it's because they were protecting the privacy of their users.
No, they weren't.
Well, that's what Carlos Menjo says.
That's a lie, Carlos. That's a lie. I lost my Twitter account because Gabe Hoffman went, "Oy vey, this man, he's being very mean to people on the internet." And then you guys went, "Oh no, he is being mean to people on the internet." And then, despite everyone I know and people I don't even know trying to tell you people, "Hey, that's wrong," you didn't want to hear it. You didn't want to hear it. You don't care because of my posting history, which is, let's be honest, a little right-leaning.
Asked to be part of the spotlight. But let me follow up on your question, sir.
Although, to be fair, if someone's tweeting, they are asking the world to see what they're saying. I mean, that's the essence of a social media post, is you're posting it.
That's true, but our actions on those accounts are also matters that are extremely sensitive. And there. But if I could follow up on your
You're a fucking social media site where people post about cats and shit. I love when it's got into their heads, dude.
That they are the arbiters.
They are the arbiters of truth and justice, and they're fixing the world. They believe it in their heads.
Your specific question, I'm not going to mention specific names in a public forum, but very recent examples.
I'm not going to mention any names in a public forum, so I can't be held accountable for them later.
We recently changed our impersonation policy. That allows, if I could, sir, you asked the question. Our impersonation policy that allows
Hey, fucko! He's a sitting U.S. senator. Treat him with respect, faggot.
Who will probably serve for life.
Yeah.
So why don't you be nice? And then if he ever gets off the Senate and we still have a Republican president, probably be a Supreme Court justice. So why don't you tread lightly?
You have a good point.
Why don't you go easy, boys? You don't want old Teddy Cruz spending his twilight years with a judge's robe going on. You know, I never really liked those smug pricks at Twitter. Anything you send down the pipeline, I'm just going to fuck them right in the mouth.
High fives, Kavanaugh.
Anyway, I'm going to Panera. You want anything? Ruth, how are you still doing this?
Just poking her with a stick.
Just sitting in a chair like a fucking slug.
Ruth will being like, remember that old episode of the original series when Pike was in a wheelchair? You could just talk with beeps. Beep, 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 beep.
third parties to report impersonation, and we had 2 current U.S. sitting senators, a sitting governor, and a sitting state attorney general, all Democrats, who were impacted by that. Second case, advertising transparency. We honored the ideas that were part of the Honest Ads Act and agree with the idea that political advertising should be more transparent. In the process of setting that up, a number of accounts got caught up in that include 3 current Democratic candidates for president and a major national pro-choice group. Somebody mentioned the general data protection regulations out of Europe.
Okay,
the main purpose being, sir, is that these folks didn't put out a press release about it. They called us. We do trainings to all members of Congress.
Well, Mr. Bonge, I appreciate you saying
us.
You will answer the questions when we provide them in writing. I'd like to get specific answers to the question. Let me pose it to Mr. Potts, and I'll point, Mr. Potts, in 2018, how many posts from elected officials did Facebook pull down?
Chairman, I don't have that figure, but I'm happy to follow up with you.
Is he high or tired, or was he crying? Look how red his eyes are.
I think it's Cory Booker in disguise.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes... Oh, my God. Yes, with a beard.
At a later time.
Well, I would ask you to, and I would note that when Mr. Zuckerberg testified before this full committee, I submitted that question and a number of other questions in writing to Facebook, and you at the time refused to answer it and gave...
And then basically Mr. Zuckerberg had some sort of colorful fans come out from his throat, and he stuck his long tongue out and then tried to spit some sort of a green venomous material at me. In which case, I just went back to my office. I don't have patience for this.
Nah, I blocked it because I used to play basketball, so I'm pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm a little faster than Newman from Seinfeld.
We're heading towards that clown world now.
So I was running through the Senate hallway with my Barbasol can full of dinosaur embryos. So what you're telling me, Mr. Zuckerberg, is if I have a Barbasol can full of dinosaur embryos and I am trying to sell them to somebody, are you going to spit venom in my face and kill me in a Jeep?
I tried to log into Twitter, and it kept saying,
And also, I got another question for Mr. Carlos here. Do you just let Samuel L. Jackson smoke cigarettes in the office all day? I mean, he just chain smokes. It's terrible. You go home, your clothes smell like it. smell like a brisket.
I think
all
Ted
day.
Cruz watched Jurassic Park recently.
That's all he can think of. I'm sorry, I'm real tired, jet lagged.
The company instead gave legal boilerplate and refused to answer the question. And nobody here knows. We know that Senator Blackburn's post was pulled down. Let me ask a comparable question, because it's not just political, it's also ideological. There have been multiple instances of, in particular, pro-life groups being disfavored.
Now, this is when he comes in with fire.
For example,
I wish you came in with
here is a
actual
tweet.
fire.
Fucking napalm. A fucking napalm.
Guys, I'd like to show you this flamethrower that Elon Musk gave me. He just starts laying waste to everybody.
Fucking Hank Scorpio.
That says abortion is profoundly anti-women, and it's a quote from Mother Teresa. And this tweet was blocked. Now,
They blocked an exact quote. I swear to God, this is true. You can look it up. They blocked a Mother Teresa quote
Mother
on Twitter.
Teresa is a bigot, though. We can
Oh,
agree.
fuck.
now it is fairly remarkable that Mother Teresa is now deemed hate speech. Do either of you agree with the proposition that Mother Teresa is issuing hate speech? Is this hate speech?
If I could take a step back from that.
Dude, if I could take a step back from that,
What was the point of it? Why even send people?
Yeah, if you're not going to answer the question.
I believe that that account is from the Susan B. Anthony list.
Correct.
And Susan B. Anthony is currently an advertiser in good standing on our platform.
He didn't ask if they advertise on the platform. We know you'll take their money. We are very aware that you'll take their money.
Do these people think they're going to get away with just
They do, though.
doing this?
Because Ted Cruz brings it up again, but he goes, they never answer, and they go, send it in writing. Every time he sent a question in writing, they never reply to him.
So they have to eventually do something.
I agree.
Promoted
Mr. Manji, you're
that.
very good at not answering questions. It just is this hate speech?
Every tweet has context behind it, and every decision that's made.
So hold on. You determine the context. You get to decide. Wait a sec. Every tweet has context behind it.
Everyone.
So they get to decide the context of your tweet. It's not the context you meant it in. It's the context that some fucking pink-haired bitch in Brooklyn saw and didn't like and goes, fuck this guy. And that's the thing, man. They get away with it all the time because what you're seeing on the Senate floor, you're seeing bigger Twitter accounts. You're seeing verified people. You're seeing senators that are getting popped. There is a actual Twitter holocaust going on where if you are a smaller, you will get popped for no. Mercer's a prime example. You get popped with no recourse. There's nothing you can do unless you're Diamond and Silk and they talk for you and get you.
That's right.
Unless you're them, those are the people that are getting destroyed. And then you have fucking stupid Dave Rubin saying maybe we should have made people anonymous. You guys are missing the point. Everything should be allowed. I would agree that unless you're breaking the law, like someone killing themselves or stuff like that, I think, obviously you got to protect people from that. I'm perfectly fine with that. But white nationalists, white supremacists, black power people, everybody should be allowed to say what the fuck they want on social media. You're not a neutral platform. The reason they don't answer the question, are they a neutral publishing platform? Because if they answer incorrectly, then they open themselves to being regulated like a phone company. This is a prime example. If I were to call somebody now on my Verizon phone and I were to go, hey, dude, I'm going to kill this motherfucker.
Ooh, your Verizon phone. Just fucking flaunt your money.
So I pick up, fine, you're right. I call somebody on my Boost mobile phone.
There you go. Man of the people.
I chirp somebody on my Boost mobile
Gotta
phone.
relate to the people.
And I say,
Your Nextel.
my Nextel. Let's say I call somebody on my Verizon phone and I go, I'm going to kill somebody. The phone company is not held liable for it. You know what I mean? You're not going to be held liable. You guys don't want to be treated like a utility. The moment you become a public utility, you're fucked. And they don't want that to happen more than anything in the world. They don't want to be. That's why they don't answer. Are you a publishing platform or not? They don't want to answer because they're going to pigeonhole themselves and go, actually, you say that you were a publisher, so we're going to treat you this way. They don't want to answer it. They want to have their fucking cake and tweet it too. Yes, I made that joke.
Has
The full tweet.
context.
There's no more context.
Mike's leaving. He didn't like my joke.
I'm quitting.
He's
I'm
quitting the show.
retiring. I'm not
Doesn't
even
like-
going to go start my own show.
gonna
I'm
leave?
just retiring from this entire platform.
Mike's gonna grow a beard like Rambo, and one day they're gonna get him and go, "Hey man, we need you to come back."
That was worse than Styx's new wave song.
No, come on. Let's not say things we can't take back, Mike. Let's not say things we can't take back.
Fair enough.
I can tell you that we have actioned accounts on both sides of this debate, including tweets by pro-choice groups who have said that everybody who's pro.
By the way, I love the word that they use to make it sound we actioned some accounts.
Life is misogynistic. There are many pro-life groups that advertise on our platforms currently in good standing, and advertisers across the board, whether they're selling.
We're not talking about advertising. We know
you're avoiding the question.
We know they'll take your money.
This is why I could never be in politics, because I would lose my temper at these things.
Of course, but that's why Cruz is, though, because he keeps level-headed through the whole thing.
Like, even if it wasn't me asking the question, like, it could be Cruz asking the questions, and I could be across the Senate floor, and I'd be going, God damn it, answer the fucking question. I want to go home.
They're going to escort you out. They're going to just be like, look, man, you can't keep screaming.
The representative from Florida is being asked to leave the room, please. Jesus Christ. You just hear me as I'm leaving.
Just answer the goddamn question.
Talking the whole way out. Is it really? Oh, well, we got to advertise a good day. Fuck! As they're dragging me out. I'd like to apologize for my colleague from Florida.
Selling soap or NFL sometimes have advertisements that are caught in our systems, and the reason why.
And that is an area we'll be following up as well. So I appreciate your saying there are groups on the pro-choice side that you have blocked, and this committee is going to attempt to understand and quantify if there is a disparate treatment or not. If there's not a disparate treatment, that'll benefit Twitter to show that you're being even-handed. The anecdotes we're aware of are consistently on one side of the aisle. Mr. Potts, do you consider this hate speech? Does Facebook consider this hate speech?
Again, Chairman, I don't believe this was on our site, but looking at that quote right now, the lights are a little bright, so my eyes are trying to zero in, or focus, I should say. That would not be in violation of our policy.
So I'm going to go ahead and throw these guys under the bus. That's on them.
That's exactly what he just did.
We wouldn't have done that shit. Personally, I wouldn't have done that, but these maybe Twitter's a publisher. And then Carlos goes, dude, fuck you, bro.
Remember when you got a 30-day ban for posting a screenshot from Supergirl, a CW show?
Yeah.
And you got a 30-day ban for something that was on CW? It was unbelievable.
I think it was my caption, though.
The perfect woman doesn't exist.
Girlfriend doesn't exist.
It's very funny.
But no, like, seriously, you can just picture this Carlos guy right now going, bro, we're supposed to be united front. What the fuck, dude?
Come on,
Now
man.
you throw me under the bus. Say you would have done it.
Come on,
What's wrong
dude.
with you, man?
And same question that Mr. Manji was asked is, has Facebook, to your knowledge, ever blocked a post from Planned Parenthood?
I believe that is correct. I believe we have, Senator.
Okay, we would be very interested in learning about that. When I asked Facebook that in writing after Mr. Zuckerberg's hearing, you again refused to answer that question as well. And so the basic data, if you are not engaged in censorship, releasing the data, how many people you're blocking, how many people you're downgrading, and what side of the political aisle or ideological aisle they're on, would.
In terms of downgrading, Mike, I'm sure you've seen it. Our Facebook page has absolutely been limited.
Oh, yeah, it's throttled now.
We used to post stuff when we had like 5,000 people that would get, 300, 400 likes, a whole bunch of shares. It was blowing up. We're at 11,000 followers on our Facebook page, and now when we post something similar to things from before, 20 likes.
And it's always the same fans.
Yeah, the same few fans.
All the few fans that have us set to see first.
Yeah.
Those are the only ones.
The only ones. So they're throttling us right now.
Go a long way to either clearing it up or to demonstrating there's a persistent pattern of bias.
So that was Ted Cruz. Now look, nothing's going to happen.
Sadly.
Nothing's because, again, our president's too worried about making sure Benjamin Netanyahu gets a parade for being reelected. I understand that. I get that. All right. Fuck. Okay, I got some.
It's just, at the end of the day, there's none. I mean, I'm still pretty black-pilled about it. I mean, the Twitter thing fucked me up really bad. And it's just, I can just feel like people aren't getting notifications for our shows again. Like
Yes.
it's happening again.
Yep.
I got the September 11th warning on my Nightwave last night.
You saw that Central
You know what?
Happenings Network was deleted?
No.
Remember Central
Yeah,
Happenings?
of course I know Central Happenings.
Yeah, I thought you knew yesterday. He told me during Daywave yesterday, gone. They said for hate speech. 7,000 subscribers, gone.
Fucked. And he was not a hate speech.
No, at all. Not even close.
Well, there's a guy that follows our show too. That the book guy, Angliophile, Bibliophile.
Okay,
was
yeah.
his name.
It's one of those weird names.
And
there.
he had a channel on YouTube. Get this, where he read books. That's all he did. He read books.
I was waiting for you to say
No,
something
he read
else.
books that were in the public domain, like old works, old literary works.
They went down on GloomTube too. Did you see that? They hit GloomTube
I
hard.
just watched GloomTube this morning.
I think they got a strike though.
Oh.
They're not gone, but they're going after them. They're going after people.
Yeah, they actually got yeah, they went. Well, I didn't know they went after him, but they went after this guy who just reads books, and I think it's because you can still buy these classic works like on Kindle and Amazon.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
the only reason I can think of why they took this dude down.
But if they're public domain, then you can't do that.
You
That's
can
not
do whatever
how
you want. Public-private company, bro. Don't violate the NAP, bro. Libertarian, free market will sort it out, bro.
Choke those people with a "Don't tread on me" flag. Just choke them with it. He read Shakespeare. Katie Scarlett says he read Shakespeare.
Yeah. Well, not just Shakespeare, but
But
that
no,
was
I
one
get
of the
it.
main guys that he would read. But he read a lot of old books that nobody owns anymore. And they just hit him, and they hit him for violating their policies, and it's vague, and they're not helping him out. So, yeah, I don't know, man. They're not even hitting people where it makes sense. They hit Davy Crocco. They hit who else did they hit? They hit a bunch of people. I'm on a list now because last night I played fucking video games, dude. That's what I did last night because
And
last
they
night
hit
was
you-
my night
That's
off.
right, and they hit you with a 9/11 thing for playing video games.
Well, I was playing. Remember when we got hit with Miami?
Yeah,
Fourth?
showing the
We're
Miami
on-
skyline.
I was pointing this out to people last night. The algorithm doesn't just detect buildings and go, well, that's 9/11 conspiracy stuff. I think that certain people on certain lists of accounts get that warning when the algorithm picks up buildings or things like that, and it was a glitch. But like Nightwave's on a list, like RTC's on a list. Daywave's we're on
Daywave
lists.
got hit with it too,
So
yeah.
they hit you right away. All I did last night before the show, because this has been a new thing, like instead of just playing a slideshow of the same old memes every night, I sometimes try to find like vintage stock footage, like VHS footage of just people going around New York City in the 80s. And I was playing that last night with like music by St. Pepsi. That's all it was. It was just like cool, vibey kind of mall music playing with shots of old school New York. And they were like, September 11th attacks. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not even talking about it. The only thing I did last night was play that. Then I did the intro. Then I talked about the Nick Abbott thing, which we'll get into probably in the next hour. And then I played video games for like 3 hours. And they were like, nope, conspiracies. I can't even play video games, dude.
Dude, it's getting really, really bad out there. It's you can't do anything. They're cracking down, and then of course now with this whole Article 13 thing, all these social media companies are going to be, YouTube included, are going to just be, because they're not going to make a Facebook just for Europe. You know, they're not going to make a Twitter just for Europe. So everyone's going to have to fall in line again under these new standards. That's the real reason, by the way, Facebook got rid of white nationalists and white, because they made all these other excuses. But the real reason is now under Article 13, the social media site can get in trouble for allowing things to be put on their site.
So even if we're not in Europe, Europe fucks us.
That's correct. Did you see, speaking of, and this is just a quick one, but did you see that for the first time in history, London has a higher murder rate than New York City?
I believe it.
London has a higher, remember, guns are completely illegal over there. It's not even like kind of guns. Guns are illegal. I think the only exception for guns are like I'm sure British people yell at me later, but if you're like a farmer or something, you're allowed to have like a 22 or something like that. Again, pretty sure, and you have to, it's a lot of work to get it, but you can't just have a gun over there. All of them is because of stabbings and knives. Have you seen the pictures now walking up and down London where they have police drones? So there's these drones flying around that are filming you all the time. And it reminds me of that Around the World in 80 Plates. The cameras are here to ensure you're having fun.
Well, you got to have drones in London nowadays. These dangerous white people.
Yeah, I don't think it's the white people. I don't think it's the white people.
We still have a YouTube channel. Chill, dude.
Oh, yeah, it's totally the white people. These
These goddamn white men.
How dare they?
Have destroyed England.
Yeah. Fucking you guys.
Sue Homeland says, are you not going to cover the Assange arrest? I don't know, Sue. Are you not going to be here on fucking time, you retard? We opened the show with it. You see? It was breaking news. Big news. We opened the show with it.
We did like 20 minutes on it.
Don't you show up fucking an hour late and then bitch. Like, what is that about?
We covered it. We gave really good commentary.
You showed up 52 minutes late to the fucking team meeting, and now you're like, "What? We're not going to cover the new policies? This is bullshit." Could you imagine showing up late to school? This dickhead, he's not even covering the fucking. How am I going to be ready for midterms when fucking Johnny Jerkoff over here doesn't even cover the fucking thing? Dude, you're 52 minutes late.
Yeah, they did the whole thing
They did the whole thing. It was 30 minutes. 30 of the 52 minutes you missed were about that thing.
Are you not going to cover? Yeah, we're not. We're not going to cover it.
I'm just fucking with you, Sue. It's just funny. It's just very funny when somebody walks in. Yeah. What, they're not going to do the Assange thing? No, I guess not. It's not really big news. It doesn't really affect anything.
It's literally the title of the episode. All right, let's plug a couple things because we do need to go. We do need to go to break here soon, so I figured I'd go now because anything else we get into is all going to be long form stuff. So I don't have a couple minutes.
So let me ask you something: why Facebook is so full of the bracks?
And by the way, I was corrected. It's Nobita, not Nobito.
Nobita.
Nobita. I was corrected, so thank you. We actually have some people.
He's Hispanic, so he's always going to throw an O at the end of a guy's name and an A at the end of a girl's name.
You know what?
That's all it is.
You're 100% right. You're 100.
If that had been a chick, he would have been calling her a Nobita automatically.
My mind does that. You're absolutely
it's a
right.
linguistic thing. It happens.
Real quick, I do want to plug this. Support David's fight against cancer. He is cousins to T.S. Moose and Swally, longtime supporters of the show, OG supporters of the show. 19 years old, has no health insurance, got testicular, stomach, and bladder cancer. He's fighting really hard. He's keeping his spirits up, and they need as much help as they could get. So if you guys got a couple bucks and you want to throw it over, there's the link. The link's also in the description if you're watching this later. Support David's fight against cancer. Help them out. They're almost at the $5,000 mark. So anything you could do. And if you don't have money, that's fine. Just share it on your Facebook or your Twitter if you still have one. Don't share it on Gab, though, because I don't think you want those comments on there. But anywhere else is fine. What's your problem with Gab? Shut up and take a joke. RevengeOfTheSys.com/XPN. That's ProXPN. Get protected when you're online. Don't go out there raw dogging the internet. You're going to want protection when you go out there. RevengeOfTheSys.com/XPN. Of course, best way to support the show. We got some new patrons. We'll do a thank you for your service tomorrow. So thank you to everyone that became patrons.
I'll tell you who probably didn't have ProXPN.
Who?
Fucking Julian Assange. And now look where he's at.
He's in jail.
If he had ProXPN, he could have engaged in international espionage without a problem.
ProXPN.
Alleged.
XPN service for hackers.
Alleged international.
I'm sure they're going to love that live read. Come on, guys.
Well, we're trying to help you guys.
RevengeOfTheSys.com/donate. That's how you help us any way possible.
It's like when I was in
money.
radio, I used to yell at these companies. Like they'd have reps come in and go, and they do they literally do the voice checks. They would do those with sometimes ad agency people there, and they'd be like, if you don't use that kind of language, and you'd be like, oh no, I forgot. You give us money because you know how to talk to my audience.
Yeah, exactly.
I forgot. That's why you're paying me to talk to our audience because you're so fucking good, right?
And, of course, RevengeOfTheSys.com/donate. You find an Amazon banner. You click that. You buy anything through Amazon using that link. We get a piece. It helps us out a lot. Thank you for everybody that supports us. If you're watching us now while we go to break, there's like 700 people in here. Click the like button. Helps the metrics. Help us break through YouTube's shackles.
Through to the other side?
No, see, now we got hit with a copyright claim. I hope you're happy. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Revenge of the Sys.
The most exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Sys. As Royce and Mersch continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold. as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know then? A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
Thanks for meeting me. We can't talk long. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mercer are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Or feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Bynes.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix.
For this performance in Delaware.
To make your shopping day a little easier.
Mervyn's Dollar Day sale is going on right now, and that means great buys on clothes for kids. All this week, you can save on boys' clothes by Campus Le Tigre. Short-sleeve Le Tigre knits are the shirts all the boys will be wearing back to school.
Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity, containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped harm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. A new night, a new time. The Sully Show returns to More Like Radio, Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern before Dutch and Royce. Tuesday nights will never be the same.
I am the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. I am a thatched roof cottage in Wales. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian Air.
Shaming firsthand supermodel Gigi Hadid.
All right, everyone enjoying themselves? How's that filet mignon?
Go ahead.
You know, we're all here for a really important reason. Because everyone
Randy,
should have
Randy,
a safe
we've got a
space
problem.
wherever
What?
they go.
Reality's here.
But of
He's
course,
trying to
that
crash the
takes a lot
party.
of effort,
Reality?
a lot of resources.
Who let him in? Shit! Nice wine, huh? What do you think of that? You know what I think of your pretty flowers? There you go. How do you like that? All right, buddy, let's go. I shit on all of you. Seagal. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Give me that, you stupid bitch. What a lovely charity event. I suppose you're all feeling pretty good about yourselves. What have you done? You've raised $300 by spending $500,000 on filet mignon and crystal glasses. Look at you, Vin dipshit. You say fat shaming is wrong, so in response you show off your abs. You're the one fat shaming, idiot! What's the matter with you people? You're sad that people are mean? Well, I'm sorry. The world isn't one big liberal arts college campus. We eat too much. We take our spoiled life for granted. Feel a little bad about it sometimes. No. You want to put all your shit up on the internet and have every single person say, hooray for you. Fuck you. You're all pricks.
Second hour, Revenge of the Sis Thursday show, the most whimsical show on the internet. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for staying with us. We appreciate it. All right, so there was so much fun stuff today that we have to cover, and we, second hour is going to be as much fun as I could give you guys. Okay, what do you want to be mad first and then hit into the fun stuff, or do you want fun stuff first and then go into the mad?
Yeah, let's get unpleasantness out of the way.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know, Blizzard has this esports thing, right? Where, you esports, if you haven't listened, Mark Levin's kid's into esports. You play video games. It's on ESPN now versus other people. It's pretty big. People are making money doing it. So there's this channel, a gaming channel, called The Score Esports. Now, Blizzard recently banned the use of the OK symbol. You're no longer allowed to do the OK symbol because of white supremacy.
Oh, yeah, Blizzard.
Yeah.
I just heard
Okay. But now, which, of course, Blizzard's stupid. But now let's see the Score Esports verified 700,000 subscribers. And let's see what this...
We can all agree, before you even hit play, though, that game journalism is the fucking lowest rung of shit.
Here's what I don't understand.
They're lower than QAnon grifters.
Here's the thing I don't understand. Even though it's low shit journalism, you know what this guy's last name is? Rosen.
Of course. Oh,
so let's watch this. Check this out. Get ready.
Doing the OK hand gesture is not okay. Blizzard was right to ban it, and I'll explain why. Over the weekend, Blizzard made headlines for reportedly banning fans at Overwatch League events from making the OK hand gesture after one fan threw it up.
Nice fucking lisp.
Yeah.
You hear?
We're off at this. Interview with LA Gladiators DPS player Decay.
Now, why are they doing the OK thing? He's not giving you context. This is in the Overwatch League. Overwatch, there's a character that does that. There's a character that does this. This is, it's like a meditator.
By the way, this was always okay.
Yeah, always.
Okay. That's all that meant.
Yep.
Also, I got to say, though, I am triggered by this.
Why?
It's like the OK hand symbol. Then this guy's got, he sort of looks like the Virginia Tech shooter, but with a Dylan Roof haircut. A lot of dog whistles in this image.
Oh, yes. God entered my body like a body on the same size.
I like a corrective soul. I listen to it over and over again before I shoot up college.
All right, so let's check.
Okay. And guess what? Blizzard was right to ban it. I know what you're thinking. It's just a harmless hand sign. Zenyatta does it in one of his win poses.
See, yeah.
It's a spray in the game. It's nothing. The problem is that it might seem innocuous, but it's been co-opted by people with ties to white supremacist movements. And I know some
white supremacist movements. By the way, Mr. Rosen, you fucking retards have. It's not the. By the way, it's not the right wingers that keep ruining things. You keep ruining things. All these runes, these old pagan runes, the Sonnenrad, the fucking black sun, the swastika, which was not even a Nazi thing before the Nazis. Like they keep taking things and then you keep banning them all.
Yep.
And it's not. You're giving them that power every time you do it. It's so dumb to me, man.
Some of you are already in the comments telling you that it's not a white supremacist symbol, it's all just a meme, and I'm an idiot. But listen, calm down. I was like you a week ago.
We need to calm down.
So this is where they stick like all their retarded Jews and all their ones with the lisps and the speech impediments and the autism.
Yeah. Come on.
Like you're never going to be on CNN, kid, but we got game journalism.
This motherfucker don't tell me to calm down, motherfucker.
He doesn't like that.
I don't. Ask AJ Benza. I'm not a happy man when I'm told to calm down. You're the one overreacting, stupid.
And then I did some research and found out what's really going on here. A group of people on 4chan decided to troll people by flooding Twitter with claims that the hand gesture was actually a white power sign as part of something they called Operation OKKK. Now, this wasn't...
Now, do you understand? He's admitting he knows where it started. He does realize that advocating for it to be taken away is exactly what 4chan wanted. They wanted to troll you into making people think that this is white power. Now you're actually taking it out of video games.
Wasn't true at the time and was just intended to mess with people. The problem is, like with all memes, it got completely...
This guy's lisp.
Like all memes.
This guy's lisp it is unacceptable for this medium. Am I right? Am I wrong?
No, you're right. I agree with you. Somebody said did some research. You mean watched YouTube videos?
Wasn't true at the time and was just intended to mess with people. The problem is, like with all memes, it got completely out of control.
And then these white nationalists, they came out and they started being mean to me, and they were like, stop pushing me around and things like that. And I was like, you're being mean to me.
What's up is that actual white supremacists have decided they like using the hand sign. It got so bad that the Anti-Defamation League has stated that while the OK hand gesture isn't exactly a racist hand signal, it has been used by some white supremacists.
I've read the ADL article on this show. The article said, the title of it was, "The White Supremacist OK symbol is a hoax." Even the ADL, because we said it on this show, even the ADL is saying this is ridiculous. Even the ADL is saying it's a joke. You're taking a little snippet of what they said to try to build an argument.
Yeah, well, this is what game journalist types do.
But game journalists are terrible.
Well, that's why game journalists have been kicked out of 109 countries.
Really? I didn't know that. I don't know that.
They're very subversive, these game journalists.
They are?
They subvert from within. It's a whole thing.
Now, the ADL also says that context is super important. Like, if I said...
Super important. Maybe less S words. Maybe just a few less S words.
Sounds like
Mr. Rosen.
He sounds like Donkey Lips from Salute Your Short, doesn't he? He sounds like Donkey Lips.
Did you ever see the clip of him when he was talking about getting trolled and he goes, everybody was being mean to me. Everyone kept talking about my dead dad and asking me about my dead dad, and they kept calling him my dead dad. And I was like, just look at this. Just laughing at how trolls can be such dicks. Tell us about your dead dad. But
that's
Sorry.
But no, this is the kind this is one of the, when people go like, man, I miss the good old days. I miss the high school days. I miss being a kid. I don't miss any of that. The only thing I miss about my high school days is that me and two of my friends would have been able to fuck this dude up without it being a hate crime back then.
Oh, yeah.
Would have been able to just whoop this dude's ass until he didn't have a lisp anymore.
And he couldn't brush the back of his hair before doing this either? What are you doing, stupid?
I'm sorry, but I always have a cowlick.
748 Streamlabs. I've been watching since the beginning of the year and have really enjoyed your shows. Here's some shekels for the two good boys. Keep up the good content. Thank you, Donga Wave. I appreciate it. $2 from Dr. Whitey Bulger. Uncircumcised the net. Hoods rise up. Stay whole, fam. Abel says, make or break for Trump or Assange. $2. Back to the OK hand symbol.
Okay, and then did this, you know that I mean that's okay, and I'm not being a racist. The problem is when you try to hide the gesture. We've seen plenty of times in history that people who want to keep their beliefs and opinions hidden take up coded language or symbols to hide it from everyone. White supremacists have a fucking ton of these, and it's looking like the OK hand symbol is becoming one of these. And if you're still doubting me, that...
No, by the way, when they're saying hiding it, they're talking about the old circle game that we used to play in high school. Remember that game? In high school, middle school, you made someone look at it, you punched them.
We were all stupid, yes.
Yeah.
We were all dumb.
So now anybody, they think they're hiding it. They're playing the circle game, you fucking moron.
See, that's the problem, is that these white nationalists is just hiding in plain sight.
Holy shit.
And we can't, Blizzard did the right thing, you guys. I can't, if I'm going to play PUBG or Fortnite or Apex Legends, I don't need to see a bunch of anti-Semites. Fucking asshole. Fine. You know what? You're right. That's hate speech. I'll never do that. I'll just make fun of your lisp. I don't think people with lisp are protected classes.
Yet.
killed 50 people at 2 mosques in New Zealand last month, flashed the OK hand gesture during his arraignment in court.
So clearly, case closed.
If you read his manifesto, which, by the way, you're still allowed to do in America, if you read his manifesto, you'd realize this guy was obsessed with meme culture. That's why he did it.
Basically, it's gotten pretty clear that this, while it seems innocuous, has been adopted as a white supremacist symbol, even if people aren't necessarily aware of that. Okay, that was a lot of facts, so let's recap.
You can't ever wear a Fred Perry polo shirt ever again either, because the Proud Boys have, like, it's these dumb, but this guy gets even more aggravating, I promise you.
Cap really quick. That OK hand gesture started as a meme, wasn't really white supremacist, then actual white supremacist.
It's still not! It's still not!
Hey guys, I'm gonna set my camera up right here with everybody's workstations behind me so that it looks like we're real journalists.
And by the way, you really think that that's their entire office? I bet you they share that office with 3 other businesses.
Oh, probably, yeah. But
Yeah.
he's trying to, clearly that everyone everyone stole this from Harvey Levin, by the way. Everyone does this TMZ thing now where everybody's just got their shirt sleeves rolled up and they're in the office and they're working on, they're in the pit, guys. They're getting the fucking news for you about Blizzard banning emojis because that's news. That's news. Journalism's dead. Julian Assange is going to get fucking locked up in some black site CIA prison and tortured to death. But hey, guys, Blizzard banned the OK symbol. It's going to be all right. You can't report on real news anymore or you're going to get banned from YouTube. You know what Davey Crocco told me the other day? That YouTube has a program where they give money to legacy media companies.
Wait, what do you mean?
It's the YouTube authoritative news program or something.
Well, that doesn't sound completely creepy in any way. Authoritative
or authoritative, whatever it was. It was something like the effect of like these are guys that get it. They're mainstream. They're legacy media. They're not going to lie to us.
You guys get it.
You guys get it.
All right, sorry. We have to finish this video.
Sorry, Mr. Rosen.
Took it over. And that's why that Overwatch League fan, the guy who actually flashed that hand gesture in the background, didn't do anything wrong. He didn't know, and actually he tweeted an apology afterwards when
I was a fan throwing the OK, and I want to apologize for not knowing the context behind it. The super fans have been using it for the old Gotham game all season, but now that we got the context, it's unacceptable. Thank you for bringing it up. It will not happen again.
By the way, you having your little internet blue check mark Jew lynch mobs that are on Twitter trying to destroy people's lives and getting them to capitulate. Their capitulation does not reinforce your narrative. You're just bullying people, and then they go, well, you know what, you think he really believes that he's like, he did a white national supremacist symbol? No. He basically went, I got to get these fucking people. You know what, guys? I'm sorry. I didn't know the context. Just leave me out of it.
You see, and I
forget. See, guys, he knew.
I forget his name, but you see one of the top college recruits who's a Trump supporter and spoken negatively about Kaepernick, who's going to be taken probably in the first round, deleted all of his pro-Trump stuff and Kaepernick stuff because he goes, I just don't want somebody to ruin, I don't want to ruin my football career because somebody's going to go through something I said. That's where we are right now. That's where we are right now.
That's bad, dude.
Yep.
That's a bad place to be.
Yep.
he learned the context that it's taken on. But people were mad that Blizzard made the ban, and I guess it's kind of understandable. It feels to them like they're losing their free speech.
No. They are losing their free speech, you little lisping game journalist. They are losing their freedom of speech. We are losing our freedom of speech because of little worms like you.
See, I saw this morning, and I had to bring it to the main show, so I'm so glad. So you could see that I had the same reaction you have. But wait, you're not. Hold on.
Because this is what the left does. This is what the left does. Even people I'm friends with on the left, people I'm close to on the left, they always gaslight you with this, I understand your feelings about this are valid, but no. It ain't my fucking feelings. I don't have a fucking Twitter account anymore. I'm still labeled as a hardcore white supremacist by the SPLC for the simple sin of not being rich enough to go up against these Jews. There's nothing I can do about it. That's not my feelings on the matter. This isn't like, Mersch perceives his enemies to be from a certain group. No! You keep proving us right. Time and time again.
Ghost Alucard says it's called the Brony Effect. Spurgs can't meme. Okay, check this out. You're not mad yet. Get ready.
Blizzard made the ban, and I guess it's kind of understandable. It feels to them like they're losing their free speech, but I don't actually think that's what's happening here. And listen, I get it. It sucks seeing a thing you like get turned into something racist. You're gonna fight back against it, but it's not about free speech. It's about not wanting to be associated with racist ideology.
Okay, so let them have the freedom to make that decision. You can't, like this guy, these people, dude, they just talk, they're just so duplicitous. Literal fork-tongued snakes.
Fact of the matter is, Blizzard gets to say what goes in their studio. They are not treading on your right to free speech.
We're a private company, bro.
Okay.
Private company, bro.
But get ready, because this is where... Okay, just keep... Please, I promise you, it's worth the money shot.
Treading on your right to free speech. And even if they were, you can go a couple years without doing the okay...
Hold on. You got it. Everyone needs to hear that again. I'm backing it up. This is important. Listen to every word.
I'm so mad already. I heard what...
Just listen.
Not wanting to be associated with racist ideologies. The fact of the matter is, Blizzard gets to say what goes in their studio. They are not treading on your right to free speech. And even if they were, you can go a couple years without doing the okay hand gesture.
He's advocating.
He's deciding.
He's advocating for taking away your right to free speech because 4chan trolled him. Hey, man, you know what, Mike? You could go a couple years without the First Amendment if it means we root out all the white supremacists. Can you believe the level of cognitive dissonance going on? The only reason media is even around is because of that First Amendment. Now you're saying, and even if they were, which means they're not, but if somebody were taking your free speech away, it's okay.
Guys, you can go without guns for a couple of years.
Because 4chan made a joke and you idiots are proving them right that you will make anything into white supremacy.
Not treading on your right to free speech. And even if they were, you can go a couple years without doing the okay hand gesture, at least until all this blows over and racists lose the fight. Because history has shown that they will lose and you'll get to do your dumb hand gesture again.
You heard that? They will lose and you get to do your dumb... Listen to him. Thank you for deleting that, by the way. Don't fucking spam your horseshit in here, Heather. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, we aren't your little brigade.
Yeah, we're not. Take that shit to Reddit.
And don't give me the, so you're for Assange being locked up? No, we're talking about something else. Don't ever come in here and make anything we're doing about you, Heather. Nobody cares about you.
Thank you.
They are not treading on your right to free speech. And even if they were, you can go a couple years without doing the okay hand gesture, at least until all this blows over and racists lose the fight. Because history has shown that they will lose and you'll get...
Okay, sure.
But just a point. History shows that a bunch of Native Americans now live in little tiny places because we came in here and said, get the fuck out.
Guys,
racists don't always lose, man. Racists often win.
Guys, we're not taking away your freedom of speech, okay? But even if we were, get over it.
Yeah, exactly what he's saying.
To do your dumb hand gesture again. Blizzard has done this before. They banned Pepe memes from the Overwatch League a few months ago.
And it was stupid before.
Hold on. And Pepe memes have disappeared. Nobody uses them anymore. They fixed it. The racist lost.
So does that mean if somebody used to rape women before he's grandfathered in now, he can just rape whenever he wants?
Yes.
Besides, he's raped before. I mean, come on. It's his thing.
Because it was an innocuous meme that took on racist undertones and it's not okay to use anymore. Look, let's be real here. The okay hand gesture is a fucking white supremacist thing now. Don't be mad at Blizzard for banning it. Be mad at white supremacists for taking an innocent thing and ruining it.
No. Be mad at you for falling for a 4chan thing, doing exactly... If you read that, it's archived. It specifically says they're going to fall for this. They even said it. They're going to fall for this, and they're going... You guys are doing it. You're proving everybody right that thinks you're a fucking joke. You're a joke. All the media, all of it is a joke.
Or, you know, be mad at me for telling you all this or whatever. Blizzard is even protecting some of their younger fans from falling down the slippery slope of racist memes.
Whoa, hey, dude. He just said slope with an Asian guy on the screen.
Whoa,
what?
inappropriate.
Excuse me, sir.
Inappropriate.
I'm now going to determine the context of what you're saying like you're doing with everybody else. Look at that. That's an Asian kid and you said slope. How dare you, sir?
That's
You
disgusting.
must be a white you can't be that. You must be a Zionist nationalist. I guess Zionism is the same thing.
Whether they intend to be racist or not. Blizzard got it right. Don't be mad at them. Be mad at white supremacists for turning something innocent into something disgusting.
No, I'm mad at you for turning a joke into something real.
Listen, guys, it's really time we got to stop these racists.
Pepe was associated with racist memes, so is the OK
By
hand
the way, I'm
gesture.
telling you guys right now, I'm calling it. This guy is not taller than 5'5".
Oh, yeah, he's a Ben Shapiro height.
This is camera trickery. Because look at the desk behind him. Look at his slight frame. This is
you would be sitting like this.
Hey,
at a
Mr.
desk.
Rosen, you're a very small man.
Very slight in height.
Pepe was associated with racist memes, so is the OK hand gesture. And I don't want to see racism anywhere in esports.
So what? I don't want to. I don't want to see things in my life either, Mr. Rosen. But, you know, sometimes you got to live and let live, you know?
I don't want to see racism be a part of esports. This motherfucker wouldn't have lasted 2 minutes in a Halo 3 chat room back on Xbox 360. That used to be... Dude, you remember going on there. Everything was N-bomb, you're a faggot, you're a loser, I fuck your mom, you're an idiot. This is what gaming is. Guess what, buddy? Guess what? Gamers are not on your side of thinking. A lot of this 4chan stuff started, the Pepe stuff started because of Gamergate, because of homos like you trying to do this. Mike, you want to know what the ratio is? You want to guess? Just take a quick guess. What do you think the ratio is?
The ratio of
thumbs up, thumbs down.
On this video?
Yeah. 700,000 subscribers.
I was going to say, well, I was just going to do a ratio
Okay, do
without
that.
a number. I was going to say 1 to 3.
Okay.
Like to dislike.
Okay. Likes, 2,600.
Whoa!
Dislikes, 32,000 dislikes. 32,000 dislikes.
You know, it's almost like it's almost as if people are sick of your shit.
Wait till
Game journalists.
I haven't read the comments yet.
Oh no.
You literally used a Hitler drinks water line for reasoning in this video. Please reevaluate your life. I don't even know what to say. How could you be this stupid? Nazi Breeze, you. It's not okay to breathe because they do it too. There are probs just going to assemble all the dislikes. They're probably going to assume all the dislikes are from racist. The ADL lists the OK sign as a hoax, you gigantic autist. 13% of honklers are responsible for 50% of the honks. Think about that, honk honk.
Oh, this guy's just...
Man, this sucks. I really enjoyed breathing, but now that Nazis do it, I guess I have to quit. Whoa, I never thought you were suicidal, the score. Guess I won't watch anything you make anymore. What the fuck are you smoking at your office? I'm afraid divers would have to disagree with you, you absolute muppet. Wasn't YouTube banning conspiracy theorists? You're an embarrassment to the score TSN in Canada. Oh, this is a Canadian.
Here's a good one, Monica CM. I'm going to gesture okay and not be a white supremacist at the same time. Watch and be amazed.
Ta-da! This is what a lot of that was a lot of facts. Yeah, okay, cool. And for the record, the mosque shooting wasn't an okay sign. It was a circle gesture, but you're too ignorant to acknowledge
Can
that.
I ask an honest question? How the fuck are you people going to turn this shit around so quickly? No, I'm being honest.
You're right. You don't got a lot of time, folks.
How the fuck are you going to go from this to taking the world back over again? France is on fire. England's about to burst. People are getting sick of your shit. People have had it with you. Like, you understand, no matter how much propaganda, no matter how much whining you do, no matter how much shaming you do, most people still just go, yeah, no, this is dumb. This is stupid.
Yeah, you're being idiots. You're being dumb. You will not force your SJW stuff down. Gamergate should have taught you. You're not going to shove your SJW stuff down. I think one of the gamer sites made a list of like get woke and then the go broke, where they linked the article to every like a gamer site getting woke and then exactly when they went broke. It was fucking hilarious. It happens every time. It's not going to work. You're not going to do it. It's not going to work.
You're creating a product nobody wants to consume.
Unbelievable.
Oh, shout out to Lou Tennant who sent us a PayPal. He didn't do it through.
Oh, thank you, dude. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Lou. Very cool.
Here we have Prague Underworld. Are you guys still going to do something on Roku? That's a sore subject, my friend, but thank you for the donation.
Wow, that's a very obscure reference.
But we still technically have a Roku channel.
We were on Roku very briefly.
We still are. Just no new episodes.
Yeah. We had a falling out with that guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't he wasn't the most responsible guy.
No.
Can we talk about Roku guy? Who gives a shit, right?
Oh, yeah, we can. Go ahead. Just let me get through these real quick. Then we get Daniel Chami, Go Off King, and Ghost a la carte with $1. And I believe that is just refreshing to make sure. Jagger Panda, $5. Clowns are supposed to be funny, but Clown World is more depressing and infuriating than anyone could have imagined. Not cool. Decades of social conditioning has brought us here. Time for the right-wing honk squats to rise up. Okay, so yes, Roku. We still technically have a Roku channel.
I don't think people are understanding the Clown World meme, though, because they keep saying, like, oh, yeah, this world's not funny. You're not getting it. That's not what Clown World is. This world is very dark and scary. We're just at a point where we're so broken. It's funny to us.
Right.
It's not supposed to be like where this kind of shit is like those people are funny. It's us going like, well, fuck it, just ride the snake. No, so the Roku guy, when we signed up with Roku, it was through my old program director's buddy. And he was one of these like 50-year-old men who basically like his life's just a perpetual midlife crisis.
Yeah.
And he's one of those guys that like, he's like a middleman. So he knows people at Roku. Roku's dying for fucking content, so they're always trying to get some stuff up on their Roku. So he's like, oh yeah, we'll make you money, whatever, da-da-da. So we made this deal to be on Roku. And this guy's like, we're going to handle everything. All you got to do is get an episode to us every day. We get it up to the thing, bing, bong, bing, right? But then this guy, like, there was a lot of unnecessary chatter back and forth about things we have very little interest in. Like, we don't, if we're doing business with somebody, we don't want to be a pal. No offense. We're not trying to fucking ride motorcycles together and date. Like, we're just not. We're not fucking, we don't need friends. We got friends. We try to get on Roku. And this guy, remember, he just kept bothering us all the time with, like, all this other noise, all this other shit that never had anything to do with getting our episodes up. And then there was, like, something he asked us for, whatever, and we never got back to him. Because, again, it was just peripheral with nothing to do with our episodes.
And it was a lot of, we were doing a lot of work. After every episode, we would have to download it. We'd have to upload it to a specific Dropbox. We'd have to do a title. It was a lot. And I was doing the work every day. Mike can attest that. I was doing it, uploading, and then the episodes wouldn't get uploaded. And I told him, look, just tell me how to upload it. I'll do it. I could figure it out. And he never got back to us. So now our Roku, we have a channel that's just sitting there. There's a dead channel. He would have these assistants that he would hire, but they wouldn't talk. And then when we would get mad at him and go, hey, man, you're not updating, he would scream at us and tell us we were assholes.
Yeah, and that was what I was getting at. He got mad at us because, again, he was just always bothering us with these things that had nothing to do with just getting the episodes up. Again, I don't want to know about how cool your fucking assistant is. Yeah, we got a cool vibe down here, man. We're like real cash.
Oh, your new Mustang. I don't care.
I could not even I couldn't even encapsulate in words how little I cared about Phil in his life. And I think he was just like, man, we're buds now. We're not buds. Get the fucking episodes up. So he's putting the episodes up every day like clockwork, right? And we're noticing for weeks, like they're just not getting updated. We filled out the contract. We did all that. We filled out a contract with this man. So he was technically contractually obligated to uphold his end of the bargain, and he wasn't. He took some other thing we didn't get back to him about as like a personal slight and stopped talking to us. And then we kept reaching out to him, or just kept going, reach out to this guy. So I kept reaching out to him. And then finally he snapped on me one day like a woman and was mad and offended that we didn't get back to him quickly about some other thing that he was working on.
That had nothing to do with us.
I don't give a shit, you 50-year-old fucking living, breathing old man, geriatric teenager.
Geriatric.
I don't care about your cute assistant and your motorcycles, man. Remember like around the same time he wasn't uploading our shows, he had that drama and like his ex-wife burst into his house and got a big fight with him. And like in front of the kids, there was a big physical brawl. And I'm like, you're in your 50s, bro. Get a fucking grip on your life and get the episodes up.
And then he was always posting like these him in a V-neck T-shirt pictures, and Peaky Blinders things talking about how cool men are. And I'm like memes, and I'm like, what are you doing, you old man?
There's nothing sadder than 50, 60-year-old men in leather jackets.
It's bad.
Hang it up. Hang the jacket up physically and hang the act up literally. Enough. It's fucking pathetic. So this guy got all butthurt, and he's like, well, I'm not doing it. I'm working with you anymore. And we're like, okay, fine. You bugged us to get on here.
Yeah.
Long story short, this dude Phil is just he's a man-child. He's a fucking man-child. And we even tried to deal with it like, all right, well, this guy's a little corny, but whatever. But he legitimately was the worst. I think it was probably one of the worst people.
I know that I would get fucking fuming mad where Michael go, I'll talk to him because you know I was wanted to go off on him.
And then remember when I flipped and I was
and then Mike
like,
just
you know what?
fucking
Fuck
turned in
this
the
guy.
bad cop and went in on him. $5 from Alan Black. Keep up the good work, guys. Thank you, dude. And then Doug Shannon, $20. Thanks so much. Says, good show, guys. Well, thank you.
Appreciate
good
you.
donation, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you for your service.
All right. Let's move
knock
on.
off earlier.
Oh no, I got too much stuff today. So you saw this thought, Jessie Taylor, and her Instagram get taken down. Oh boy, this video is amazing.
She's a nice girl.
So she had 100,000. By the way, the rumor is she bought like 80,000, but 100,000 Instagram followers, and she was driving. Let me tell you the story. She's been on ice. She was on Ice Poseidon once. I have that clip. We're going to get to that in a second. She was on Ice Poseidon once, and she was being really annoying. So then apparently the Ice Poseidon Reddit just started mass flagging her for being whatever, being annoying, whatever. She was actually driving to San Francisco, where Instagram's headquarters is, to get verified in person, because that's one way to get verified. She went there. When she was driving back, her Instagram got deleted. Driving back to L.A. Now, Mike, I want to let you know, so we can be fair, so we can eat.
Very funny.
She lives in L.A. now. She's from Tampa, Florida. She's from Tampa, Florida. Her name is Jessie Taylor. She explained how she had over 100,000 followers, have been deleted. She begged people to stop reporting her account as spam because it doesn't. Okay, so let's watch the video.
Hey guys, so I'm in the middle of editing, and my Instagram account got deleted, and I'm trying to get it back. I'm calling everybody I can, and I don't know why it's not working out for me. I'm in LA because of this. I'm in LA because I want to be on Instagram, and I'm randomly.
How is that a
I don't
goal?
see this thing. I don't understand. You could be an Instagrammer, and she's from Tampa. You could be an Instagrammer in Tampa. You have the beach here. Go to Ybor. There's plenty of places to be an Instagram thought. Why? What does going to LA have to do with looking like a whore online?
I'm just recording this to put this in the video. I am nothing without my following.
What's the Tony Stark quote?
Yep.
I'm trying to remember if you're nothing without it, then you probably should.
Yeah, with the suit. Yeah, with Spider-Man, then you probably shouldn't have it. Exactly.
I'm nothing without my following. And when people try to hate on me and report me, I'm literally trying to be a fucking better person. I want to say to everybody that's been reporting me, think twice because you're ruining my life. Because
It's done already.
Oh boy. Well, wait till you hear why.
Oh no, I saw this video. She's
It's
a
amazing.
treat. She's a wonderful girl.
all of my money online. All of it. And I don't want to lose that. And I know people like to see me be down and be like them and be like the 90%ers, the people that work 9 to 5.
You fucking losers!
Wait,
you losers!
Can I ask a...
Yes, of course.
You literally just said that you're trying to be a good person.
And you
just said, and I quote, I'm trying to be a better person. and then you said the thing about the thing.
The 90% of you 90%ers out there, you pieces of shit.
And by the way, don't get me wrong. I've used that angle on people, like to hurt their feelings when they come at me like just fucking sideways.
Right.
But I've never just told a whole fucking swath of people like, you worthless fucking factory workers. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Who does that?
Yeah. Like, I've had people say to me like, oh, you're a fucking loser YouTuber without a real life. And I'm like, yeah, okay, have fun wiping the crust out of your eyes tomorrow at the fucking dock loading job or whatever you have. Like, that's different because you fucking came at me first, pal.
Right.
But like, this woman just like, I'm literally trying to be a good person. I'm trying to be better than you lowlives, you disgusting trailer trash.
I think also the difference is she's never had a 9-to-5 job. I've worked 9-to-5 jobs in my life, some shitty ones too, and I'm sure you have.
I've had miserable jobs.
I still have permanent burns when I had to work with Burger King, but literal don't go away, smelling like onions every day, getting in attics at the AC company in Florida when it was 100 degrees outside. It's not fun, you know? So how dare you?
And then they'll also be like, you're an e-beggar. And you're like, no, an e-beggar is somebody that goes like, hey guys, I'm starting a GoFundMe because me and my baby mama, we all Suboxone right now and we're trying to get a new trailer. That's e-begging. Having a Streamlabs doing 4 hours of content a day and just having some laughs and hoping people kick some bucks in isn't exactly begging. Now, if we cut every 10 minutes into a thing where we're like, guys, we are under attack and we are not going to survive unless you give us, like, we've never done that. We're just like, hey, yo, if you can, throw some bucks into the pot, whatever. Oh, I hate this bitch.
That is not me. I am in LA to not be like that. I worked so fucking hard to get to where I'm at. And for that to get taken from me is the worst fucking feeling in the world. It literally sucks having people want to come
attractive, so why is...
Oh, she is ugly as fuck.
So how is she like a thing?
She... From what I'm understanding is I'm about to play the Ice Poseidon clip after this, but she bought a lot of followers.
For no fucking reason, and it hurts. And I don't think people understand that, like, this is my fucking life. I am nothing. I was a fucking prostitute, for God's sakes.
And whose fault is that?
Literally more okay with being a prostitute than a working a 9-to-5 job. By the way, I'm looking at some of these pictures that are in the media of her, like at her best.
Yeah.
She's fucking horrendous looking.
Yeah.
Like she's out of shape. Her boobs are like a weird extra upper torso. Her ass is gross. Like she's gross.
Pull up your mic a little bit because your levels are coming in. I'm just looking at the levels.
Because it's like blocking
I get it.
Screen.
I was a fucking prostitute. I stripped every single day. I don't even do that shit anymore because I make all of my money online.
You guys feel bad for her yet?
I don't want to go back to that life. From the bottom of my heart, it sucks. And the people that are laughing at this.
I'm laughing.
I'm laughing.
We're
laughing.
It's pretty funny. Imagine if you were in my shoes. I was abandoned from my fucking family. I've been backstabbed from everybody I know.
No,
Except
let me
for
tell you something. You weren't abandoned by your family. Your family was like, hey, are you going to get a real job? And then you were like, no, Mom, I'm going to make it as an Instagram thought.
Maybe 2 people. 3 people in my life. 3 fucking people in my life that's not backstabbed me yet. Okay? Like... Try to be in my shoes for once, because I guarantee you, none of you would fuck.
Dude, be in her shoes for once.
Has never thought about anyone but herself in her lifetime.
This is okay. I see the picture.
Right?
And like that's what.
That's why I want. This is one of her good shots.
Here, I'll pull it up.
According to them, that's why I wanted people to say, this is what an Instagram model looks like.
She looks fucking gross. Hold on, give me a second.
She's disgusting. She's fucking disgusting looking.
Here, hold on. Sorry, Facebook.
And she's probably a prostitute still. She has an account on OnlyFans. She's still a prostitute, maybe only online though. She has an OnlyFans account.
What is that? I don't know
it's a porno cameo site.
Ah, okay. All right. So this is her. This is her. at her best. Ew. She's gross. Like, I don't even find that attractive
That is
at
gross.
all.
That's all. The proportions are all wrong. She's gross. She doesn't work out. She's not in any kind of like. I don't. And people go, "You don't work out either." I'm not an Instagram model, retard. You'll never hear me seriously in any context talking about how attractive I am. I've never relied on my looks. But thank you. King Edward says lumpy. That's what she looks lumpy.
Lumpy, yeah.
You shouldn't look that way if you are a model on Instagram. You should be ripped. You should be getting up every day. Like, my only job in life is to look really good in Instagram photos. I got to get up and make sure I get that little ripple on my stomach. Not a six-pack. Girls with six-packs are gross, but just that little...
A little bit.
Yeah, a little ripple there. No. Why bother?
Fucking lost in my shoes. And I just got back from fucking San Fran and drove 7 hours to try to get a fucking verification just for my
Wait a minute. Toon Squad just said she fucked Ice Poseidon's robot. That girl?
Yes.
I've seen that video.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, no, there's more after this.
Sam Pepper was there. I remember that.
Yep.
And they attached a dildo to the TTS machine.
Yep.
I remember this. Oh, that's the girl. That's funny.
You fucking delete it. Stop fucking reporting me, bro. What some of you guys have to realize is I have no skills. I'm $20,000 in debt from school.
Whose fault is all of this, though?
Yeah, we agree that you have no skills. No one doubts that. But again, you provide nothing to the world. Porno's free. You know, porn's free. I don't understand what...
Fuck porn. Pussy's free.
You're right, it is.
Actual pussy is free.
College, so I can't even go to college if I fucking wanted to. I used to work at fucking McDonald's before I did fucking YouTube, Instagram, before I had 100,000 followers, before I had everything in my life. I was a fucking loser.
Well, let's be fair. You were always a loser. You're still a loser.
You're currently still a
If
loser.
losing one thing anywhere makes you worthless, then you were always worthless.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're one of those people that goes, without my Ferrari, I'm worthless. Well, then if that car is all you have, you're worthless.
Like, working at McDonald's. Not saying there's anything wrong with people working at McDonald's because I worked there, but I don't want to go back to that life. I'm perfectly happy where I'm at.
No, you're not. You're sobbing and losing your mind.
I have no job qualifications. I could never work a normal job.
So learn a skill, you worthless whore.
$20,000 in debt, Mike.
Learn a skill. Learn a skill.
I'm worthless. I bring nothing to the table.
True and true.
Zero. I bring nothing to
Whoa! White
nationalist.
That's why you got kicked off Instagram. You
figured it out.
fucking Nazi. You piece of shit. Did you see that?
She did it. She did the white supremacist.
Whoa, fucking Christopher Cantwell over here.
I bring nothing to the table. Zero.
Whoa,
look at that,
look at
dude. White nationalist.
You see it, guys. Jesse Taylor, make sure you tell everyone you see, do not let Instagram let that neo-Nazi... No, I'm serious. I'm not even kidding. No, I'm dead ass. Everyone contact Instagram, and you let them know. Don't ever let Jesse Taylor back on their platform. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. If I'm going to lose my fucking Twitter account, this e-thought isn't going to be allowed back on anything.
Nothing to the fucking table when it comes to that. I always get in fights with people. I always get kicked out of places. Like, I'm not work material. I will never be work material. So stop fucking reporting me on motherfucking Instagram. The last thing I want to do is be a fucking homeless prostitute in the fucking street doing meth. That is the last
You have another option. You can play Minecraft.
thing I fucking want to do. So stop fucking trying to ruin my life. All the fucking Ice Poseidon trolls out there.
Why don't you, why do you have to be a homeless prostitute? Like, I feel like if you're a prostitute, you could have a home at least.
Yeah,
right?
prostitutes have homes.
Yeah, most
so
of the time.
Here's
or at least a motel.
Here's her on Ice Poseidon.
What troll thing, homie?
Okay,
It's your
to
boyfriend.
Be honest, yes, my standards are that high, and that's the reason why. If you go to Hype Auditor, my followers are
I
real. You
hate
can
women that
check right
talk
now.
like this. I
Why?
hate-
Why do you hate women that talk like this?
Like, I would just straight up go, stop it. Stop doing all of this.
I swear to God.
Jesse,
Hype
Jesse,
auditor.
stop.
Yes, you guys
There's
said we're
no
not gonna swear.
fucking way that your followers are real.
No, can you just show
gone
it on
up,
stream?
since you've met me, you've gone up 80,000 followers. Please tell me in what universe, no, Jesse, I want to hear your honest thing here. In what universe, where did 80,000 followers come from?
Look it up.
By the way, Sam Pepper, who I hate, is actually being honest here and going, look, you did my show one time, you get 80,000 followers the next day. Come on. Like, he's even being honest and throwing himself on
That's not going to,
You were on my show, you get 80,000. It's like, get the fuck out of here. I got to give him props for that. He's throwing her under the bus.
Look it up.
No, but where? Where would 80,000 followers come from? Just explain.
I fought to
He has the robot up.
Andrew Gregory, Kristen Hatcher's boyfriend.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
You what?
Yes,
No, you did not get clout from that. I looked at your followers. They're all Arabic guys.
Can you go to Hype Auditor
No,
and just
it
put on
doesn't.
my following? It literally says 70,000. I'm not even joking.
Who cares though? Who cares?
God bless. You know, I hate Ice Poseidon, but God bless him sometimes. It's just like, who gives a shit?
Who cares about followers though?
I care.
But that's the problem.
Yes,
Jesse.
she said she'd kill herself. She said she'd kill herself if she didn't have...
Well, I mean, now it's time for the road to hit the rubber, right?
Yeah, hey, lady, be a person of your word.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be a liar.
Last thing I'd want to be is a liar. Well, that's the Instagram whore would be the last thing I'd want to be.
But then
besides that, then I'd not want to be a liar.
I said I'd kill myself if they deleted my Instagram, yes.
That's the issue here. Let me see. Instagram followers.
No, don't go to social, like, go to fucking Hype Auditor.
Oh, yeah. Ice, go on social.
You botted this. These are robots. Don't.
Wow, they really did. I never saw this, but they called her out on the air.
Oh yeah.
These are robots. Don't.
No, wait, go to Hype Auditor.
Look at that growth.
Touch my
Look at
hand,
that.
please.
Tell me that
Stop.
shit's real.
Don't touch my hand, please.
Wait, what? I'm going to pull it up on my phone right
Wait,
now.
you said that Ice Poseidon?
Yeah,
said that
don't touch my hand, please.
He's another one that's very weird and squirrely about people touching.
You're botted. You literally view-botted this.
Listen. Okay,
Look.
first off.
You got 15,000 in one day. Come on.
Actually, I got. Listen. Okay,
You can
first off, the
see
3,000
they go
You're literally
up and then
losing
they
subs
go
every
up.
other day. What do you mean?
Well, just exposed live.
Yeah. So she was absolutely exposed. Now they're saying she's also a racist. Somebody made a video saying that she's actually racist. Here, let me pull that up because that actually might be worth playing. They're saying that now the reason that they took her down, they said, was because they kept reporting her as a spam account. But now there's other people saying that she should be taken off anyway and not be let back on because she's a racist. Here, check it out.
An Instagram influencer named Jessie Taylor recently went viral after she posted a public meltdown on YouTube where she begs people to stop reporting her Instagram account. This is because her account with over 100,000 followers got deleted as a result of people reporting it. The real reason why Jessie Taylor's account was removed was not shared by the mainstream media, but I'm gonna serve you this tea right now on IO. Girl, the tea is hot today.
Oh, I hate this woman too.
Can we stop calling? By the
boy.
way, can we stop?
Oh boy.
Can we stop calling it tea? Can we stop? Can we stop with the lingo?
I'm
I'm not gonna lie. I cringe when I hear people, even our own community, do that. Like do the internet lingo. Like, I'll say this, and I'm not throwing him under, but AG Luck's a little guilty of that sometimes. Like, he'll get into the internet lingo. I can't hear another grown ass man say, "I've got the tea," or "I've got the receipts," without making me feel like just ew, stop. Like, if Roy started going, "I got the tea," like off the air, I'd be going, "Dude, that shit sounds so."
I'm not gonna do now. I'm not gonna definitely not gonna do that. I won't do that. And I promise you, I'll never do
We
that.
got the tea right here, y'all.
Welcome back to Inform Overload. We do the news and serve the tea. I'm Charlotte Dobre. Hit that like and subscribe and follow the IO team on Instagram. Jessie's story is all over the place right now.
So you couldn't even like white balance that camera before, or like bring the
1.2
exposure?
million subscribers. Verified Inform Overload.
Video titled "Stop Reporting My Instagram Account" is sitting at 204,000 views at the time of this recording. If you haven't seen our previous coverage on Jessie Taylor, click the link that's on your screen right now. But the story is that in her video, Jessie pleads with people about the fact that she keeps getting reported, resulting in her account being taken down. Instagram is her life, it's how she makes her money. She says she used to be a stripper and she's trying to be a better person and she doesn't want to go back to that life. To me, it's like it doesn't really matter what your background is. If you have made mistakes and you're trying to be a better person, that's the most important.
Okay, I'm sorry. I wanted to get to the racist stuff. So
By the way,
let me
nice
get to that.
ill-fitting leather jacket, you dyke.
This is why she's saying that she was racist. Yeah, she looks like Tori when they replaced Kelly.
From Saved by the Bell?
when they replaced Kelly with Tori, that's what she looks
There
like.
were a couple shows that had a Tory type character.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And the tomboy with the leather jacket with the heart of gold.
And it's not just this video, there are literally dozens of them. The video is taken from Sam Pepper's live stream where Jessie Taylor can clearly be heard cutting down another girl because she's black. This girl was Hyphonix' girlfriend. Jessie calls her a hood rat. Then she can be clearly heard saying, "I am a racist, I am a racist." And if you're wondering if that can be taken out of context, in other parts of this live stream, Jessie is rude and condescending toward Hyphonix and his girlfriend. So
Okay, I've heard that clip. She's not a race. No. I've heard that clip.
They're really digging.
You're No. She got popped. Don't lie.
I hate this bitch, but let's
So do
not
I.
start this shit.
She got popped because people were reporting her as spam. And the way the algorithm works is they will automatically pop you if too many people report you as spam. That's just how it is. Sam Whitfield, great show, guys. Haven't gotten notification for the show lately, but I still wanted to pitch to you the Dollarita Fund. God bless. Thank you, Sam. Whitfield Report. Make sure you subscribe. Kezdaki, Samsung Option claims to have nukes planted in the U.S. They know, we know. The moon, $10. Then ones and zeros. I think by e-beggar you mean Steven Crowder. Jackie Rose, I would like to apologize to everyone for my gender. So thank you, Jackie, for apologizing for women. Unfortunately, I cannot accept that apology. The show will not accept your apology.
AG Luck is denying he ever said T or receipts, and I can't.
I have the receipts.
I will not stand by my statement that you ever said T, but I've personally had your voice in my ear hole say receipts. I heard you say it in Miami at least one time about somebody having the receipts.
I believe I heard him say the receipts thing too. I was there.
Nah.
I love you, AG, but come on, bud. I am Jack's swollen prostate, $5. I just
That's actually a very funny one.
I just quit my 9 to 5 to become an Instagram thought. I guess that was a mistake. Thank you. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. All right, I think we're done here pretty much. I mean, I don't think we have enough time to do anything else. I think we're pretty much done here. Will there be, Mike? Will there be a Nightwave tonight?
Yeah,
Is there going to be a
of course.
Nightwave
We
tonight?
got Nightwave. We got all kinds of good stuff. Yeah, it'll be good.
So there'll be a Nightwave tonight. A Daywave tomorrow. YouTube.com/Daywave Live. Daywave Live. That's my channel. Make sure you subscribe there. I'm live every morning on the weekday. That is at 10 a.m. doing my show. So do me a favor and subscribe to that. Tonight, I'm going to be guest hosting the Cousin Joe show at 7 p.m. His co-hosts have to do things tonight, and he asked me if I'd co-host with him. I've done it before. I love doing it, so I'm going to be on his show tonight. YouTube.com/Cousin Joe. Do me a favor and subscribe. I'm posting a link in there right now. YouTube.com/Cousin Joe at 7 p.m. In an hour, I will be on. That show ends at 9. Then at 10 p.m., you have Nightwave Radio. Make sure you subscribe there, and then Daywave tomorrow at 10 a.m. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Everyone that subscribed today, new subscribers, thank you so much. Everyone who hit the like button, we do appreciate it. And we will be back tomorrow with Revenge of the Sis. See you later, guys.